ABC 36 News starts now.
Hey friends, welcome back in. Well, Lexington has a thriving art scene. We know this. And the UK Art Museum, they're a cornerstone on this mission. So there's a new exhibition, and it challenges the way we think about art.
Our Lexplorations host and professor of tourism at UK, Dr. Jason Swanson, is back with us for our February edition of Lexplorations. Jason, welcome back. Thank you so much.
It's great to be back, as always.
Well, tell us about this new experience that you had and what can we expect to see?
It's a great exhibition there. It actually runs through July, so there's plenty of time to still check it out.
Okay.
It's one artist that does so many different types of media. It's storytelling throughout, and it goes from print to some literature, video, there's music, and it's all combined together. I've never seen or experienced an art exhibition that kind of drew in my attention and mesmerized.
Nice. Well, let's take a look, see if we get mesmerized by this.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've taken in Lexington's art scene, so I go to visitlex.com to learn about the city's latest art offerings. And I'm reminded of the variety of spaces in Lexington to satisfy a person's art curiosity. Let's go see what's happening at the UK Art Museum. Art has the power to tell stories that transcends time. The current exhibition at the UK Art Museum, J. Bolotin's The Jackleg Testament, transcends time by blending myth, folklore, and universal struggles in a way that's mesmerizing. I have a conversation with Stuart Haradner to learn more about the Bolotin exhibition and the impact of the UK Art Museum. So what is the essence and significance of this exhibition?
I think Jay Bolotin, the artist we're featuring, at essence is a storyteller no matter what mode he's using. And he's used throughout his career everything including singing and songwriting, being a visual artist, being a sculptor, being an animated filmmaker. And so story and fantasy is always at the heart of what he does, so maybe that's the essence. The significance is that Jay was born in Fayette County, traveled extensively, but spent much of his adult life working in Cincinnati, and so he's a fairly well-known regional artist. This is probably the most comprehensive exhibit that's been done of Jay that brings together his prints, his drawings, his sets, his sculptures, and his animated films. It's these characters, it's these cutouts that he would use and then animate in animation software program to create the first woodcut movie.
So it's not just multimedia, but also multi-use of the same media.
Yeah.
With all the multimedia, the different types, does it create a different way for people to experience an exhibition like this?
I think so. It also sets up a kind of question about, what is creativity? How do artists work? Jay was primarily self-taught. He had a brief stint at the Rhode Island School of Design. But everything that he did, he pretty much taught himself how to do and got masterful at doing it. And so I think it opens up possible ways for people to think, can I try this? Can I do this? I mean, he pretty much taught himself animated filmmaking when he was in his 60s. This idea that he could work in a variety of ways and that there were so many connections between the different ways in which he worked. So sculptures that connect to drawings, drawings that connect to films, these sets that wind up being in animated films. It all connects in this master narrative that he pretty much created. This could be a very long visit, right?
Yeah.
You could spend a lot of time looking, reading, contemplating, going through it in a very straight way, or you could just get an impression.
From Cuba.
How does a show like this contribute to the larger mission of the Art Museum?
So we want to be able to offer for visitors who come to the museum a steady range of different things that they can get exposed to. Something for everyone, basically.
And the exhibitions will change over time, so people can come back again and again.
Yeah, we rotate the entirety of the museum twice a year. You know, if you came and loved something the last time you came, you might see an entirely different set of things. I think there's going to be something that will be interesting for visitors no matter when they come.
The Jackleg Testament isn't just an exhibition. It's an experience that challenges the way we think about storytelling and art. And it provides another unexpectedly cool way to experience Lexington.
Wow.
Love it.
Incredibly detailed work.
So much detail there.
Yeah.
For sure.
So, Jason, I mean, it's up to every visitor to this exhibition to decide what it means to them, what that narrative is to them. But what was your takeaway on this?
For me, it was a little bit about inspiration.
Okay.
So, kind of like Stuart was saying in the piece, he taught himself how to do this, but he didn't just teach himself one thing. There were so many details, so many different types of art. And that was inspiring for me to say, you know, I like doing creative things.
Yeah.
So maybe I can learn something else or continue learning for myself. And I took away inspiration from it.
I like
Great.
that. A woodcut animation.
Yes,
Fascinating.
yes, a lot of fantasy and naturalism in it. It's just, it's really interesting. So how much time would you say that folks should set aside if they want to go visit?
I think you could do it in a small amount of time if that's all you had. You know, 15 minutes would get you kind of a good overview of what it's like, and then hopefully that would inspire you to go back and spend some more time. If you had 2 hours, I think you could really get a lot out of seeing this exhibition from start to finish.
Incredible.
Well, thanks for sharing this with us. We want to put this on our list of things to do, UK Art Museum.
Yes.
And I love how you were kind of in mission control there at Visit Lex to decide, because there are so many great art offerings now.
Yeah, and visitlex.com has a comprehensive listing of all the different ways to experience art in Lexington. But I thought this particular exhibition was just a reminder that we don't have to travel outside of Lexington to have some really powerful cultural experiences for ourselves.
For sure.
Yes, love that.
Also love that that artist is from Fayette County.
Great.
That's really cool too.
Well, Jason, thank you so much for
Thanks for
coming
sharing
back.
this, Jason.
Absolutely.
Good to see you. Back after this, gang. Stick around.